YouTube. Well, today we're going to put the suspension back underneath the Miata so that we can put it on rollers so that we can roll it outside and pressure wash it. So it's going to be a lot of work. Getting the actual suspension underneath it's not going to be the bad part. The bad part is pushing it in between the poles here and rolling it out, because I've got Harbor Freight rollers and they're a bitch to roll around. They don't roll very good. So let's go ahead and get started with all that fun jazz. And gotta move the front suspension over and bolt it up, and not bolt it up tight, but just enough so that it'll roll around. So I guess this is a good point to put a time lapse in and rock and roll for a little while. These ugly Koenig wheels are for sale if you would like them. Alright, so you just saw the process for putting the suspension back underneath it. Obviously it's pretty easy if you've taken it apart or anything before. Now starts the whole shuffling of vehicles. So I gotta move this stuff out, the wood stuff for the truck, hopefully clean up all that and throw a lot of that away now that I don't need it. I got the RX-7's parked right outside the door, so I've got to move it. So it's gonna be quite a bit of shuffling. So once I get all that sorted, then we'll come back and I'll, I guess, time lapse the pressure washing of the engine bay. I might time lapse the struggle of me trying to push the Miata out. It's pretty funny trying to push cars around in here since it doesn't roll very well, but I'll decide what I want to do. Alright, so as you saw in that time lapse, the car was quite dirty. It looks a lot better. At some point I'm going to have to actually come back and pressure wash inside the crew area, but for now this is going to be much nicer to deal with. Not every time you touch something you get well, I actually don't have any on me because I don't wash my hands, but every time you used to touch something in the engine bay, it would instantly get you covered in black, and it's gonna be nice not to have to deal with that. So honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do, I really don't like that brown spot, so I might come back with some black to cover it up. I don't know if maybe like one of the parts stores has this color blue. If they do, I'll just touch that up right there, little pss, pss. But I doubt they have this blue. This is a pretty special blue. It's got some metallic in it. But yeah. So that was pressure washing the car. I don't really have much else to do to the car today. I gotta order some fittings for the steering rack so that I can finalize the steering rack. I gotta order the tie rod ends, new tie rod ends, because once I actually broke the tie rod ends down, they're pretty bad, so they need some love. So I'm gonna replace them, and the steering rack can go back on for the final time. The A-arms and everything will probably come back off for new bushings, but I will hopefully get the car running before I ever deal with that. Yeah, so once the car is running, then I'll tear it all down and replace all the bushings. Yeah, so I mean, this looks 100 times better. I don't know if it really picks up on camera very well, but you don't touch it and dirt come off on your finger anymore, which is nice. So don't think there's much else I can do today. Yeah. So I'm going to end it off here, guys. Until next time, happy brapping.